Good morning, children. Let's start our next topic of the chapter cell structure and function. In this video, we will discuss about the organism based on the number of cells they are made up of. Before that, we have studied the cell basic, why cell is called the basic unit of cell. We also discuss about the discovery of cell, shape and size of the cell. In this video, we will discuss about the number of cells the organism made up of. So on the basis of the number of cells, how can you differentiate the organism, whether they are made up of one cell or they made up of more than one cell? So let's discuss. Organism on the basis of cells, they can be categorized into two categories. First, unicellular organism and the multicellular organism. Here the word unicellular, uni means single cell or one, and cellular means cell. So those organisms which are made up of single cell are termed as unicellular organism. Okay, whereas multicellular organism, those organisms which are made up of many cells, okay, or more than one cell, these are termed as multicellular organism. Organism that only have a single cell are termed as unicellular. Organism consisting of many cells are termed as multicellular. Example of unicellular: amoeba, bacteria, paramecia. An example of multicellular: plants, animals. Okay, these are all the example of multicellular. Here there are some example of unicellular organism, like there is amoeba, paramecium, euglena. Amoeba, the structure of the amoeba is somewhat irregular. Here you can see that it is not having a particular shape. It is not rounded or somewhat oval. It just have an irregular shape, just like a ginger. Okay, so the shape of the amoeba is irregular. Okay, here you can see that there are some projections, and these projections are the pseudopodia. Pseudo means walls and podia means feet, and it move with the help of these pseudopodia. These are the we can say that these are the legs of this unicellular organism, amoeba. And inside the body there is one dark color body, that is the nucleus. It contains the genetic material. We will discuss all about the genetic material, but in next chapter. Okay, food vacuole. With the help of these pseudopodia, it also engulfs the food vacuole, okay, inside the body. It feeds on the food vacuole by just getting inside the body. Paramecia, it's a sleeper shape organism. Euglena, again, these are all the unicellular organism. So let's discuss the points about the unicellular organism. Unicellular organism have only one cell, that I already told you. They have only one cell. These organisms do all the things needed for their survival within that one cell. Okay, means those organisms which are made up of single cell or the unicellular, they can perform all the life activities, because to survive everyone needs food, everyone needs respiration, exchange of gases. But these organisms perform all these life-saving activities within their body, or with the help of only that one cell, unicellular organism. They perform all kind of activities like the capturing of the food, digestion of the food, reproduction, excretion, respiration. Okay, so all these activities are performing, but within that one cell, or with the help of one cell only. And amoeba is a unicellular organism. It takes or ingests food like other unicellular organism for food to get energy. We know that we need food to get energy to perform all these activities. Okay, now comes to the point multicellular organism. We have discussed what are multicellular organism. Those organisms which are made up of many cells. Multi means many, means those organisms which are made up of more than one cell are termed as multicellular organism, and we can define as an organism made up of two or more cells. Some points of the multicellular organism are These organisms are able to see with the naked eyes. Do we require any microscope to see the other living organism or other individuals, human beings? Like, do you require microscope to see your mother, father, sister, brother, tall trees, etc.? We don't require a microscope, or we don't require any aid to see all these things, because these are multicellular and they are big enough to be seen by our eyes. But this is not the case with the unicellular organism, especially the microorganism, because we are not able to see them until unless we are not provided with the aid like the microscope or magnifying glass aid. So these multicellular organisms can be seen with the help of our eyes. Okay, now discuss about the differences between the unicellular organism and the multicellular organism. Unicellular organism constitute the whole organism, okay, whereas multicellular organism, multiple cells are grouped together, okay. Number of cells they group together in a single body, which assume different functions in the body to perform various body parts, okay. Like unicellular organism also performing all the activities, but within that one cell or a single cell body is performing all the activities. But in multicellular organism there are group of cells which are performing different activities. Like for digestion there is a stomach, intestine, esophagus, there is a whole system for that. For the respiration or for the gastric of acids there is a lung, alveoli, nostril, windpipe, all these. So there is a kind of division of labor, okay. So unicellular organism also perform activities but within that one cell, but multicellular organism, multiple cells are grouped together to perform different activities. Unicellular there is no division of labor. Division of labor means different different type of cells are not performing different activities. There is no division of labor. But in multicellular organism there is a division of labor. All cells are specialized to perform different function of the multicellular body, okay. Example, unicellular amoeba.